आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
It's time for the debate with me, Shavansan, Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami. We will be back tomorrow at the same time. Tonight, we have a power-packed edition of the debate lined up for you. On the show tonight at 8 p.m, PoK civilians rise against Pakistani government, Shehbaz Munir losing control. At 8:30 p.m, US government shutdown underway, busy with tariffs. Trump faces uncertainty at home. And at 9 p.m. tonight, Congress goes bankrupt in one state after another. What's this fiscal chaos all about? Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is spiraling further into chaos, from deadly protests in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to relentless violence in Quetta. Shehbaz Sharif's government is losing control. Just 2 days ago, the violent protests in Pakistan kicked off in Muzaffarabad, and protests turned absolutely deadly. Today, there are reports confirming at least a dozen civilians have been killed in a fresh confrontation with the security forces, with multiple districts witnessing mass mobilization against Pakistan's repressive policies. Now, as the nation burns, the army struggles to maintain order. The bombs, the blasts and the gunshots and the targets that have been very clear. This, ladies and gentlemen, has become the reality in Pakistan. For all of you who are wondering what's new about what's happening in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, haven't we really seen this in the last 2 years? Ladies and gentlemen, things are very, very different. Tonight on the debate, we're going to put out the voices from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, who have now mustered the courage to speak against Field Marshal Asif Munir. And Field Marshal Asif Munir has lost control over Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Not long before, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir will be freed from the occupation of the Pakistanis. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an uprising, and this uprising seems to be unstoppable. The reason being is that every individual, and it is not just linked to just one particular district in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, but several districts have now all come together and speaking in a unified voice against the repressive measures of the Pakistani government. More importantly, they are now exposing the Pakistani government for looting their place. And that is the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, it means doomsday for Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asif Munir.
Pakistan's Muzaffarabad protest against the government's oppressive policies turned deadly on the very first day. The protests, organized by the PoK Joint Awami Action Committee, are aimed at highlighting government inaction on critical demands like restoration of mobile services, protection of local resources, and an end to political and economic exploitation. And today, after 2 days of relentless protests, the revolt has intensified. It has led to deadly confrontations between civilians and security forces. District after district is engulfed in violent street protests against the establishment. Senior Awami leaders have called for a massive march towards Muzaffarabad tomorrow, indicating the likelihood of further escalation.
रियासत जबर कर रही है। रियासत ने हमें बिल्कुल जान से मारने का एक प्लान बना लिया, जिसका एक छोटा सा ड्रामा आपने कल देखा है कि कल किस तरीके से अपने सहूलतकारों को साथ रख के हुकूमत के पुलिस और इंतज़ामिया की मौजूदगी में इदारों की आशीर्वाद से हमारे पुरअमन एहतजाज के ऊपर गोलियां चलाई गई, स्ट्रेट फायर किए गए, जिससे हमारा एक नौजवान शहीद हुआ। अगर आप आवाज़ नहीं उठाएंगे, रियासत के ये जो जाबर हुक्मरान है ये हमें ख़त्म कर देंगे।
The ongoing developments in Pakistan highlight the growing frustration among Pakistan's population, fed up by political repression, economic hardship, and excessive use of force by the state. Meanwhile, the instability stretches beyond Kashmir. Yesterday, Quetta was rocked by a deadly blast near the Frontier Corps headquarters, killing 10. This follows repeated attacks across Pakistan, from the Zafar Express blast to airstrikes in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in which Pakistani forces killed their own citizens. For Pakistanis, bombings, protests, and attacks are now part of daily life. The army struggles to maintain order. The government's authority is questioned, and the nation is trapped in an ever-deepening spiral of chaos.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin the debate, I just want to put this out. This perhaps is the most significant voice emerging from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The man who's essentially leading the protests that are taking place on the ground. And it takes a lot of courage to really speak against the Pakistani administration, because the moment you do so, what we are going to put out right now is the Awami Action Committee. And Shaukat, what you see on your screens right now, that's Shaukat of the Jammu and Kashmir Awami Action Committee, who has spoken out against the Pakistani army. I want you to listen to what Shaukat has to say about the Pakistani army itself.
ये डायन बन चुकी है, डायन अपने बच्चों को खाती है। ये रियासत जो है इस वक्त अपने बच्चों को, अवाम को मारने पे तुली हुई है, लिहाजा ये मारेगी भी और उसकी आवाज कहीं बाहर न जाए, इसलिए उन्होंने मीडिया भी बंद कर। अगला प्लान क्या है? अगला प्लान ये इंडिया को कहते हैं ना जालिम जाबर है, और वहाँ तो काफर है, हिंदू है, वो तो जुल्म करेगा। इनसे क्यों पूछो भाई तुम क्या हो? तुम मुसलमान होते हुए इस जिसको तुम 100 कार्ड आजाद कश्मीर कहते हो, ये आजाद नहीं है। ये तुमने इसको पाबंद करके रखा हुआ है, लोगों की तमाम आवाजों को बंद करके रखा है, और तुम डोंगर चाह रहे हो जनाब, ये खित्ता हमने आजाद करके रखा है। आज तुमने ये साबित कर दिया है इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के इस रवैये से, जो आज तुमने आजाद कश्मीर के अंदर इतने दिनों से रचा के रखा है, वो तो काफिर है, वो जुल्म करेगा। तुम बताओ, मीडिया बंद करके, फोर्सेस ला के, बंदूकों डायरेक्ट गोलियां मार के तुम किस जगह पे खड़े हो?
A man who was being fed by the Pakistani army has now turned the table against the Pakistani army itself. Colonel Shailendra, I want to begin by asking you, who exactly is this man? Why should one be concerned? And concerned when it comes to Field Marshal Asif Munir, because as I understand, a man who was being bred by the Pakistani army has now turned against them. He has essentially resulted in a situation that you have in Revolt, in Kotli, in Muzaffarabad, every place protests are now breaking up.
Jai Hind, Namaskar. If you can allow me to, question one thing. Can there be a debate on this, that what Pakistan army is doing within its country? Can any Pakistan panelist, any sensible man in the world can debate this, that there is something going wrong and there is something going horrible against the innocent people, against the people whom they claim, like Pakistan army claims, as they are Pakistanis? PoK, already we have got enough proof when the Pakistan government tells the Supreme Court that this part doesn't belong to us, and that is why we don't have any, laws of Pakistan applicable here. We must see very...
you can ask this question to Irshad. Irshad is already with you, joining you right now. Irshad, Colonel Shailendra is asking, there is no debate.
How can
it is clear, because the only thing that Colonel Shailendra I want to add, the reason why this is even more significant, and it is becoming increasingly difficult for the Pakistani army, because never before have we actually seen a situation where the Pakistani army has not been able to control? All this while, they have suppressed every movement that has taken place in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Today, they have completely failed. Look at what is happening. Barricades that are being placed, that have been broken. There are, I'm told that containers that have been kept blocked there, they've been thrown off the bridge. I have got full details of it. In fact, Haider and Asim Raza is there with us, Colonel Shailendra. Asim, we put out the facts. Your own person, Shaukat, who happens to be your own person, he himself is now exposing the Pakistani army.
No, he's not exposing the Pakistani army. He never used the word of Pakistani army. He talks about...
Should I play it again for you?
In fact, there is a Kashmir government...
if you want, I can play it for you again.
Yes, you must.
I think so. What I will do is, I will give you the chance to respond to Colonel Shailendra, and then I'm going to play it out again for you. Don't worry, I'll play it out again for you.
He didn't say anything about the Pakistani army. He said about the government of Kashmir. Can you play it again and you can listen to it as well?
I will play it again for you. I will play it again for you. He's asking, see, we don't need a certificate from Shaukat. Let me just make it very clear. We don't care. You should be caring about him because all this while you were feeding him.
Yeah,
you were
he's
really
your
hoping.
man.
See, we don't need we don't need any certificate from you. All that I'm saying is that I don't care about what he says about us because it does not matter. Because the people of Jammu and Kashmir have been with us. In fact, over the last few years, Asim, let me also tell you, Colonel Shailendra, correct me if I'm not wrong. Over the last 2 years, they said, Kargil ka darwaza khol do. Kargil ka darwaza khol do was what they had said. The protesters there had said, Kargil ka darwaza khol do, because they realized that people this side have all the amenities, have all the facilities of a developing country. Unlike what happens, we do not believe in exploitation. You believe in exploitation. You have been exploiting the resources. That is the reason why people are turning against you, Asim.
Whatever is going on in Balochistan and KPK as well, we have given so many exploitation proofs of India as well. There are so many officers involved of the RAW, which we have given the names and the dossiers in the United Nations as well.
Okay, Haider also wants to come in. Haider.
I can show you the many more footages like this.
Asim, I always urge the Pakistani. See, I always urge this. Haider and Asim, I'll tell you one thing. I always urge the Pakistanis, whenever they come on my show, that they should basically come with some evidence, because I come with evidence. In fact, the reason why just before this debate, when a source of mine actually called up and said that, boss, sun lo. No, I'm telling you, Haider, Shaukat who spoke to you, I think so even the Pakistani channels do not have the courage to put it out. I am putting it out. I am saying that listen to your own man. Listen to your own man, the man whom you were, all this while you were paying him, all this while you were ensuring that Shaukat actually speaks your voice. Colonel Shailendra, am I not wrong?
You see, Asim and whosoever are the panelists, just give me 1 second. Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds. I will give you a chance, sir. I will give you a chance. I am only asking you. Let us do a good discussion on it, that whatever is happening in Pakistan, is it good for the people? Are you satisfied? Are you proud about it? The way your aircrafts are bombing the locals, your own people, is this your concept of justice? Is this your concept of doing things right? That your own people are getting killed by your aerial attack. Imagine aerial attack on your own people. I can understand that you were trying to claim.
Colonel Shailendra, only one thing tonight I am disagreeing with Colonel Shailendra also.
Yes.
One second, Haider and Asim, just hear me out. I am actually, Asim, hear me out. Actually, I am disagreeing with Colonel Shailendra. I am disagreeing with Colonel Shailendra. He says they are your citizens. No, 1 second. Colonel Shailendra, this is, I will correct you here. I will correct you. Asim, ruk jao yaar. Hear me out. Colonel Shailendra has been extremely gracious tonight. He says your citizens. I'm saying they are not even your citizens. They were never your citizens.
Yes.
They will never be your
citizens.
Bombing. That is why you are bombing. The reason why when you bomb your so-called, let me just tell you the reason why KPK is today up in arms. Balochistan is up in arms. Every time, ra karke jo aap log kehte the na, the reality is this. The reality is this. Haider can come in. Haider has been silent.
I am living in Pakistan.
I'm Haider. Haider is silent. Haider, I want you to come in. I said at the beginning of the debate that I'm armed today. I'm armed to the T when it comes to every voice, every civilian that has been speaking out in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and I'm told that not a single Pakistani channel is running it because DGISPR has given them a narrative that mat chalao. The reality is this, you will hear it tonight. These are your so-called, as I said, Colonel Shailendra has been gracious by telling they are your citizens. I am saying they are not your citizens. Haider, your opening remarks, and then I'm going to play out.
Thank you very much. Well, this is true that the condition in Azad Kashmir is not fine. There are people who are protesting over there, and
Asim, allow your own friend to speak.
This is true. Also, this is true that there is an Indian element behind these protests. People like Shaukat and these two filthy pieces of shirts who are sitting over here with you will shortly speak against the Pakistani government, and they'll say that Pakistani government is doing this and that in Azad Kashmir. There are people in Kashmir.
Haider, I object to this. I object. Did you actually say filthy shit, something like that?
Indian authorities.
Haider, did you actually, whom are you referring to?
And two of them.
One second, Haider, I strongly object. I strongly object. No one is making personal comments. 1 minute, Haider. 1 minute. Am I correct? Did you actually address any of the panelists? Did you call the name? 1 second. If you have a problem, I said you are on a civilized debate. You can, 1 second, Haider, apologize for what you are saying, because let me tell you, if you have hold on,
this is true.
Hold on.
I will not apologize.
Hold on, Haider. First of all, I understand your mentality and your, you cannot be civilized. Haider, please do understand you are on national television. 1 second.
They are being paid by RAW. They are being paid by the Indian authorities.
You have argued. See, 1 second. I'll tell you what, Haider. A friendly piece of advice. If your argument is very strong, you need not do this name calling that you are essentially doing. Why don't you put out proof? Why don't you put out evidence? Because when you lack a sense of argument, this is exactly. Amjad wants to come in. Amjad and then Sushil Pandit. It's pathetic when the Pakistanis actually feel that when they can't, एक तो कभी trophy लेके भाग जाओगे, एक तो trophy लेके भाग जाते हो because you can't win a match. On a debate, you can't have an argument. You can't have an argument with anyone. So simple agenda, raw agent है. And then you will call names. Amjad,
इधर बात करो मेरे साथ बात करो. ये इंडियन एलिमेंट बैठा हुआ है इधर.
This is reality.
Let's have both.
इंडियन एलिमेंट. तुम कौन से एलिमेंट हो? पंजाबी कौन सा एलिमेंट हो तुम? अमेरिकन एलिमेंट हो कि चाइनीज एलिमेंट हो? तुम खुसरे हो. तुम तो खुसरा एलिमेंट हो, ना चीनी हो ना अमेरिकी हो, आधा तीतर आधा बटेर हो तुम. हमारे 10 लोगों को तुमने भून दिया है. आजाद कश्मीर जिसको तुम बोलते हो पीओके है, और वहां की पुलिस ने अपनी जनता पर फायरिंग करने से इनकार कर दिया. और फिर पंजाब पुलिस ने हमारी जो पीओके की पुलिस है उस पर फायरिंग करके हमारे ऑफिसर्स मार दिए. 4 जवान हमारे जो है पीओके पुलिस के मार दिए. इस वक्त एज वी स्पीक Pakistan has no jurisdiction at all whatsoever on PoK. और धीर कोर्ट को हमारे लोगों ने आजाद करा दिया. धीर
One second.
दूसरे की सुन तो लो यार.
One second.
कंट्रोल ऑफ अवामी एक्शन कमेटी.
Haider, can I just directly have a word? Aditya, can I just directly have a word with Haider? Haider, please listen. Listen. Amjad ji, hold on. First of all, when you come on a program, 1 second, hold on. Listen to me, Haider. Listen to me 1 second. Listen to me, Haider. Listen to me. Listen. I understand. See, Haider, I completely understand. When several armed conflicts that your army has actually lost. When on a cricket match, when on a cricket pitch, you actually are the biggest. Hold on, yaar. Listen to me. I understand. I'm sympathizing with you, yaar. I'm sympathizing with you. I actually feel bad for you. I actually feel bad for you because you are here to defend the indefensible. Now, I understand it's not an easy
I
job.
think-
You should actually
I think
be,
you-
Colonel
I
Shailendra,
think-
please help me. Unka, you know,
I think-
PVS
भाई
has-
सुन नहीं he won't understand, he won't. ओ भाई मेरे एक सेकेंड, जो एंकर बोल रहा है कम से कम सुन तो लो एक बार, आप अपनी रट लगाए पड़े हुए हो. और let us hear the question, then discuss it. या श्रवण.
Amjad, Haidar, only thing I will say that I will not accept name calling.
Yes.
I will not accept name calling. Please understand, be civilized,
he say?
have an
I
argument,
didn't hear, I
have an
missed. What
argument,
did he
put
say?
out an evidence. Have an argument,
say?
put out an evidence. If you have any evidence against Amjad, put it out. Let Amjad defend for himself.
Let me hear. What did he say? Come on.
Either, what are
I
your
said you are a
allegations?
filthy
Raw
piece of
agent.
shit. I said you are a filthy piece of shit. You are a raw agent.
Okay, I am a raw. Oh, God bless me. God bless me if I am a raw agent. You are an ISI agent. Are you not proud to
Alhamdulillah, I am a
hear
proud
that you are an
Pakistani.
ISI agent?
I am a proud Pakistani. I am not a bastard
No,
like
but
you.
would you
I'm
not
a
be
filthy
proud?
piece of
Haider,
shit
come
like
on.
you.
You not be
Haider,
proud if you
one
were
second,
an
one
ISI
second, one second.
agent?
I'm not accepting this. Haider,
Because
either you stay on the debate.
Pakistan.
1 minute, hold
I
on.
want
1
to
minute,
join raw.
Haider, once
I'm
again.
not-
I
yes,
will
I
not
have
let
to
this
join
happen.
raw.
You cannot be calling
I know
anyone
you will
names.
not stop that
You cannot
bastard.
call anyone names. For
Stop
heaven's
that
sake, let me
bastard.
just make it very clear to you. It may be acceptable to you.
Shut up.
It may be acceptable on Pakistani news channels, but it is not acceptable here.
You Pappu?
We are a reputed
you?
news network. We will not let this. Amjad, hold on. Let me be amply clear to you. It is unacceptable. You will either apologize or you will leave right now. Either you apologize or you leave right now. I am not letting this happen. You cannot call anyone names. You cannot call anyone names.
I am very clear.
I don't care. You can leave from here. You can leave from here. You can leave. I don't care. I don't need you. If you do not have, if you cannot argue, if you do not have the basic civilized behavior, if you cannot, Haider, you can feel free to get out of here. Feel free to get out of here. I will not let anyone be abused. I do not allow even a Pakistani guest to be abused.
He's a filthy piece of shit.
नरेंद्र मोदी
I'm very
जिंदाबाद।
clear.
Can we just get him out?
ये तड़पते हैं।
1 second. Colonel Shailendra.
Very wrong. You can only have two options.
मुझे पता
One
है कि
is
आप
to
लोग ये
apologize.
करोगे।
Second
नहीं
is to
बर्दाश्त कर
leave.
सकते।
You are
कर्नल,
most
तुम नहीं
welcome to
बर्दाश्त
leave.
Haider, I
You are
don't
not
care.
needed.
I don't care. I asked you.
मैं
Colonel Shailendra, we'll not stoop to his
भारत
level.
माता की जय।
Haider, Amjad,
और
Haider,
करो,
and everyone.
करो।
Let me just,
जा रहा है, उसको
Amjad,
दफा
I will
होने
not stoop to the level that Haider has been in. And let me just tell Asim, if you also want to have this kind of an argument, I do not need this kind of an argument here. Let's have an argument. You can make your points. But I'm just warning everyone. Please do not even think that this will be allowed. 1 second, Asim, hear me out. Asim, hear me out. Asim, hear me out. Asim, hear me out. Only thing I'm just requesting here. Only thing I'm saying. Make your points, make your arguments. Feel free to make your arguments here. But I'm not going to allow any sort of name calling. Yes, Sushil Pandit has been waiting for a very long time. Asim, I'll come to you. Let me give a chance to Sushil Pandit also. Sushil Pandit, let's have a serious debate here. The condition right now in Pakistan occupied Kashmir is dire, to say the least. And the reason why, when I began this debate, I said that this is not like what we have seen in the past. It is getting, perhaps they're losing control. I want your assessment on this and why the Pakistanis should actually come out of the rhetoric that they are in right now, and they should actually really consider that what's really happening right now. They're bombing their own people. In Pakistan occupied Kashmir, people whom they were feeding all this while, people who were with the Pakistani army have now decided enough is enough. We will speak our mind.
Thank you, Shravan, for having me in this conversation. The primary reason why there is so much discontent on the streets of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and elsewhere is because how the rulers in Pakistan are treating their people and the territory under their control. Let's not forget, POJK, what they call Azad Kashmir, are stolen goods. And this is what happens to stolen goods. They are not hard-earned territory or something that they own up with pride. They themselves de-link POJK from Pakistan for the pretense in the international arena as an independent territory with an independent government, and we know the hypocrisy of this. A deputy secretary in the Interior Ministry of Pakistan decides the fate of the Prime Minister and the President of POK. So these stolen goods are treated as colony, as a place to be exploited for its water resources, for power. Its population is subjugated, and they have realized this. They have realized this over the years, and they know if the rulers of Pakistan can treat their legitimate territory as a colony, the way their prime minister and chief of the army goes to President Trump carrying rare earths as some kind of a tofa, they're pimping their nation in front of America. If this is what they do to legitimate Pakistan, what are they going to do to a so-called Azad Kashmir, which is not even formally considered a Pakistani territory? This is where the fuse has blown. And exploitation has reached the limits. They're paying through their nose for the electricity that they generate from their waters. Mangla Dam is in POJK, in so-called Azad Kashmir.
But, Sushil Pandit,
for those resources.
I think so. Colonel Shailendra should also come in at some point before Asim responds. Asim, Sushil Pandit makes an argument here. The reason why you are seeing whatever is happening, people out on this, it's not over 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people. Look at just the images that have come out. You just look at it. There are thousands of people out on the streets. Secondly, if you actually just look at the number of people who are admitted in the hospital, are a clear example of the kind of repression, the kind of repressive measures that have been employed by the Pakistani army, and is now evident. How long can you actually hide? You can't hide this anymore.
Is this your question?
I am asking you. How long can you hide it? Because now you cannot say that this is 1 or 2 select people paid by the Indian investigative Indian agencies.
People are on the road. There are demonstrations against the government. Okay, I'm just clarifying you something, in fact, which you were mentioning, and that was I'm talking about the government, and the other guy just before me addressed that the government of the Azad Kashmir and the Pakistani government, whatever the reason they are solving the issues. There are so many demands of Kashmiri peoples. The Action Committee and the people, they are asking for the rights of Mahajirin, seats and everything. So 2 more issues or 3 more issues are left behind. There are settlements is going on. In fact, there are 3 police personnel are killed today. I'm giving you the information. You're talking about 1 person, which he was the Shaukat guy who was, I'm having the background. I don't want to discuss that thing behind what are the reasons, external factors and everything.
But you are not dissociating yourself. But Asim, you are dissociating yourself from Shaukat.
There are issues. There are mishanging as well.
My dear friend, Shaukat का नाम आपने लिया है. Shaukat का नाम आपने लिया है. Is a Shaukat Indian citizen or Pakistani citizen? Would you like to clarify that? Would you like to? Because your previous panelist said that no, he is not. Now give me another one. Is it Azad Kashmir or is it POJK as per you? Let us discuss on this only then. No. Tell me what is it. If it is, you will not answer. That is the beauty of it. You tell me those 30 people whom you have killed in your aerial killing in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, is it part of your territory or not?
That's a lie.
No, whatever is happening in Balochistan is your territory or not? And let me tell Sushil Pandit ji, there is nothing called as khanij or minerals, rare earth mineral. इनको कहाँ से मिल गए? From where did this is the perchun ki pudiya which they are trying to sell? They have nothing. If they had anything, they would have shown it by now. The only thing they are able to show is the kind of brutalities which they are doing in PoK, POJK. Asif, better to be a good critic of your country rather than defending something wrong.
Asim, he's asking you a straight question. Asim, just let's have. I can't hear you. That's why I'm asking you this again. What Colonel Shailendra was asking you is a very simple question. 30 people, let's put it this way, 30 people in the last 1 week were killed in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Colonel Shailendra is asking, did this actually happen in your own territory? Number one.
That's it.
Number two, were they Pakistanis?
That was bomb-making factory by the Taliban.
Okay, they are from the TTP.
That was ignited like anything. There was
Little children,
Amjad,
young children in their homes.
Amjad, Asim says,
Okay,
Asim is saying that, see, Pakistani police actually carried this out because they were terrorists.
Let me ask this question first.
Police?
Who is the party here? Who is the party? Who are we talking about? POJK. Who is representing POJK? Me. And who is getting the minimum time? Me. Why? Why? They are all lying. These Pakistanis are lying. You know who killed those policemen? 1 police officer. 4 are dead. Who killed them? Punjab police killed them because they were from POJK police and they refused to open fire on civilians of their own brethren. And then the Punjab police opened fire on our POJK police, killing our police officers. This is true. 200 people, I'm getting live messages. 200 people now are awaiting ambulance in Muzaffarabad alone. You have lost the case for POJK, sir.
You're getting this information in England because you're sitting in England. You're telling about the Kashmir. Come on, Amjad sir.
Well, listen to me.
What are the ground realities? I'm living in Pakistan.
Why do you not have the courage? Yeah, we have satellite phones and people are using other means to communicate,
You have got the
right?
satellite images as well. You have got the satellite over there right now. You're having the live images over there.
You are pathetic. You are a pathetic
You are
person.
so pathetic.
Okay,
This
Asim,
protest
okay,
is not
Asim,
going
before
to
again
stop.
we start this name
You
calling
are
business.
killed. You have
Asim,
killed
did you not ask me?
100
Okay, Asim,
people
here,
have been,
for your benefit, first you've disowned this man called Shaukat.
injured.
Okay, Asim, hold on.
Seriously.
Amjad and Asim, hold on. You know, as I said, you know, calling each other names will not.
And I will
One second, Amjad and Asim, calm down. Asim, hear me out. You know, calling each other, and Amjad, there is no point calling each other. Hold on, please. Calling each other names. For heaven's sake. One second. Again, you have started. Again, Amjad, please do not refrain from, you know, calling your Pakistani friends. You know, one second. This entire name calling does not work. Oh, Asim, calm down yet. Calm down. 1 second. Calm down.
11
He is, you know, anyone.
been killed
You know,
so
Asim,
far.
please understand. When innocent people are.
189
Hold on. Amjad, please hold on. I want to put out some more facts.
Firing of Pakistan
You know,
Army,
if I can
Punjab
just
police
pull
and
out, you know what I'm going to do right now. You are constantly saying, okay, 1 second. Asim, for your benefit, there are 2 things I'm going to do. Hold on. Asim, hear me out. Come on, yeah.
I
Asim,
cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Asim, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? Asim, am I audible to you? Amjad, please hold on. Asim, for the benefit, for your benefit, I'm going to just put out 2 things so that it's easier for you to have a legitimate argument here. Number 1, at the beginning you said, Shaukat, hold on, can you hear me out at least? I'm going to play it. I'm not going to get into any rhetoric. I'm going to play out evidence for you. There are 2 things we are going to do. 1, right now, I'm going to play out once again for you what Shaukat had to say. Second, I'm going to pull out some pictures. These are pictures of innocent people who were killed in the bombing that took place last week. And you are calling them terrorists. They were from the Taliban. And that is the reason why the Pakistani police had to identify them and kill them, and there was aerial bombing. You used your so-called state-of-the-art weaponry, and in your aircrafts were basically used to kill terrorists. I want to show the world tonight which terrorists are you referring to.
You're manipulating my words. I said that place was used by the terrorists for the bomb-making factory. I'm not telling
that is the reason. So that is why you
died,
killed them. Okay. I stand corrected here. For a minute, I'm buying your argument. Okay, I will buy your argument here. What I'm going to do are the following. Let's first, Shaukat. Hold on, I'm going to do both. First, listen to Shaukat, and then, Aditi, if you can pull out those pictures of the terrorists.
आसिफ के टेररिस्ट
सो कार्ड आजाद कश्मीर कहते हो, ये आजाद नहीं है, ये तुमने इसको पाबंद करके रखा हुआ है, लोगों की तमाम आवाजों को बंद करके रखा है, और तुम डोंगर चाह रहे हो जनाब, ये खित्ता हमने आजाद करके रखा है। आज तुमने ये साबित कर दिया है इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के इस रवैये से, जो आजाद कश्मीर कहते हो, ये आजाद नहीं है, ये तुमने इसको पाबंद करके रखा हुआ है, लोगों की तमाम आवाजों को बंद करके रखा है, और तुम डोंगर चाह रहे हो जनाब।
All this while he was your favorite person, because all this while he was supporting you. Why is it today that you are suddenly saying that, you know, probably India is paying him, that's why he's doing this?
Like, whatever the reason behind this, these are the things. In fact, Pakistan is time and time again proving that things like there were fundings and everything, third parties, external factors, including India and the proxies involved in the Pakistan attacks and in Kashmir as well. Like, I'm not here to prove anything. In fact,
why will you not prove anything? If you have anything to prove, prove it.
Answer your question. Like, the same
if
way,
you are leveling an accusation against us, if you're leveling, can I just get the pictures quickly, just if it's possible? Let's just put those pictures out.
People sit there. There was just a blame from the Indian side. There is nothing reality like that. In fact, there is no real thing happened here. And now the Kashmir issue, I'm saying it, there are issues, in fact, and the corruption and the mismanagement and the misgovernance
what issues?
Here. But whatever, like you
mention them, this is issue, this is issue. What issues?
They never used. I said, I challenge you to replay the words that army. They never said the army. They said the state of Kashmir. In fact, state means the Kashmir. They're gargling and they're asking the things from the Kashmir government. And I initially objected that they have never used the word of Pakistan army. And you said, no, Pakistan army is doing this thing.
भाई आसिफ एक बात बताओ, आसिफ
are they doing the right thing?
Are you from POJK?
Are they doing the right thing?
Are you the representative of POJK? We have somebody sitting on the panel from POJK. Why can't you and me listen to him? Why you are not the legitimate representative of POJK? You have given your view from the Pakistan point of view. You know it which is wrong. You are questioning that gentleman or POJK representative that whether he was there or not. You tell me, were you there in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa?
Can I just go full frame right now? Asim, if you can see this, because these are terrorists according to you. Just take a look. Full frame.
I never said.
I'm not saying just you.
You're a terrorist, है ना?
I said that the place was used by the terrorists.
ये चार बच्चे ये terrorist हैं. In your language, this is terrorist. This is not even 2-year-old child.
You are manipulating the word.
What manipulating? You are seeing the same photograph.
Distracting. You are distracting the thing. No,
Bhai Saab, have some fear of God. Have some fear of God. What you are seeing, I am also seeing the same thing. इसमें मैनिपुलेशन कैसे हो गई? अरे भाई एक बड़ी सीधी लाइन चाहिए आपसे कि you also condemn such killing. Simple. As a human being, you can at least be honest to say that this should have never happened.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it? You should not be doing it. Sushil Pandit, one last word from you.
You are manipulating the words of Shaukat Sahab.
I don't know what is manipulation. Sushil Pandit, everything is a manipulation. Everything is a raw sponsored activity.
Shravan, Pakistan has been a hostage to a cabal, a klepto cabal, which is out to milk it for their personal wealth, for their personal fortune. Their generals are busy baking Papa John pizzas. Their chief is busy selling non-existent mineral wealth of Pakistan. Their prime minister is pimping in front of the American president everything that could be sold from Pakistan. This is what is evident to the population of Pakistan. This is what is evident to Pakistani masses. And they know that they are going to remain impoverished. They are going to remain under the heels
Sushil
of
Pandit, I don't think so.
They can't take it anymore.
Sushil Pandit, Asim, I'm sure you'll have to be back once again defending your government, because it seems that these protests are unlikely to die anytime soon, Colonel Shailendra, because situation is only
tomorrow also.
Asim, I think that you should take Colonel Shailendra's advice. You should be at least perhaps let humanity be alive.
Yes.
Let humanity be alive and simply say that, we are sorry for what we have done. We are sorry for killing innocent people. We are sorry for killing children. We are sorry for killing women. We are sorry. You should say that. Pakistanis should be saying this. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we could have on the first debate.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप